Awful Adam here. You know, I look around at the world today. I'm actually relieved that the apocalypse is coming, finally. Humanity has officially expired. Between the climate collapsing, the economy being a literal pyramid scheme, and whatever terrifying new bird flu is brewing up in a swamp right now, we are long overdue for a hard reset. But I'm not worried about the actual disasters. I'm not worried about the asteroid hitting Earth or the supervolcano blowing up. I'm worried about how we're going to communicate during it. Because if our final days have to rely on voice-to-text technology, our legacy is going to be wildly screwed. I tried to dictate a very serious, urgent warning to all my friends yesterday while driving. I saw a massive, catastrophic car wreck on the highway. Smoke pouring out, traffic at a dead stop. I hit that little microphone button on my steering wheel and said, "Massive accident on I-95. Traffic is totally dead. Send help." Do you know what my phone sent to my deeply religious friend? "Massive accident on the highway. Daddy is totally dead. Send hemp." She thought my father had perished in a car wreck and I was trying to score drugs to cope with the grief. What the fuck? I called her back screaming, "No, Dad is fine," and the phone translated my explanation to, "No, Dad is fried." It took 3.5 hours and a FaceTime call to convince her that we hadn't started a family cartel. We think AI is going to take over the world and launch nuclear missiles. Trust me, Siri can't even launch a podcast without causing an HR violation. If a tidal wave is rushing toward the coast and an emergency broadcast system relies on voice to text, we're screwed. The mayor will stand at a podium screaming into a speech text generator, "Evacuate immediately! The dam has breached! Seek higher ground!" And every last citizen will get an emergency alert that says, "Evaluate immediately! The ham has breached! Seek higher hounds!" Half the population will be running for the hills and the other half will be wandering around looking for aggressive dogs and artisanal deli meat. We won't even die with dignity. We'll die confused because a piece of software couldn't comprehend phonics. The worst part about modern disasters is that we don't even react to them like normal humans anymore. If a giant meteor was tracking directly towards North America right now, people wouldn't even be praying. They'd be arguing about it on the internet. You'd have one group typing in all caps, "The meteor is a big hoax by Big Aerospace, and they're trying to sell us helmets." And then you'd have the influencers trying to use the impending doom for clout. I could see it now, some 22-year-old in LA doing a dance on TikTok while a flaming rock blocks out the sun. And he captions it, "Gonna miss this view, man. Link in my bio for my apocalypse skincare routine. Use the code METEOR for 20% off. We fucking deserve the meteor. Honestly, if the world ends, The Rock has my vote. I actually had a real emergency last week. My basement started flooding. Water was pouring in from a burst pipe. I was frantic, holding 2 buckets, so I used voice to text to message my landlord. I yelled into the phone, "The main line is gushing water. My basement is a disaster zone. Please get a plumber here now." My phone, in its infinite electronic malice, translated to, "The main line is brushing otters. My basement is a pasture home. Please get a slumber party now." What in the fuck? My landlord didn't send a plumber. He sent a box of sleeping bags and a link to a wildlife rescue. Here I am standing in 3 feet of sewage, waiting for someone to come and help, and my phone thinks I'm trying to host a camping trip for aquatic mammals. It was a complete and utter disaster. But hey, at least the phone thought it was a celebration. If the grid goes down for good and the final apocalypse arrives, I just want to apologize in advance to all the future archaeologists. They're going to dig up our digital archive trying to understand how a global superpower fell. They'll read our final transmissions, expecting a deep poetic reflection on human existence as the ashes fell. Instead, they'll find billions of texts that say, "The sky is falling, love you guys, hope you are a whale, please feed the ducking cat." They won't think we're conquered by a natural disaster. They'll just assume we're a species of highly advanced, confused individuals who forgot how to communicate right before we vanished. Thank you, everyone. Stay awful.